everyone, Shark here, and today we're going to be talking about, you guessed it, James Charles. I also want to, thank you guys for being really patient with me on my mental health break. I know I, haven't really been seeing, myself lately, and I just kind of realized that, and I was like, maybe I should take a break. So, thank you all for being so patient with me. I really appreciate it, and, yeah. This video is also, very weirdly paced. A lot of my videos are really weirdly paced because I don't write them all in one sitting. I usually will sit down several times in a week and write it. So please forgive me if there's anything too suddenly said or too suddenly brought up. I am trying and I'm still getting better at this stuff. So anyways, yeah. Before I really get into the video, I want to state a brief trigger warning for mentions and details of pedophilia, grooming, and sexual assault. If you're triggered or upset by any of these topics, even if it's just a little bit, I suggest you click off this video for your own mental well-being. This video is simply meant to be an informational video, not one to harass or attack anybody. Please don't go and harass James or anybody else mentioned in this video because that is never my intention. This topic should be handled with extreme care, and taking something like this lightly will not be tolerated on my channel. Since the upbringing of his popularity in late 2019, James Charles has been a sensational icon known for uploading makeup tutorials to the YouTube platform. And while he started his channel first in early 2015, he managed to get a wide following in a matter of only 4 years, which is honestly a short time in my opinion. His first video, which was a makeup tutorial for brownish blue serpent makeup, was uploaded on March 3rd, 2016. It was titled Blue/Brown Serpent Makeup Tutorial and made a whopping total view count of about 4 million. The video stands at about 7 minutes and 27 seconds long, upholding about 91,000 likes. After his first video was uploaded, he would then begin to upload consistently, posting about 1 video a week. Things were going great for James, as it seemed, even if he hadn't built a following then. That was, up until 2019, when he uploaded a video titled No More Lies. The video was intended to be a careful rebuttal against the controversy he'd already been tangled up in, but it rather came off as, hey, this didn't happen and you're all liars. See ya. The moment the video starts, he starts talking about how these people just don't know what they're talking about, and they weren't there, so they wouldn't know. He also starts off by saying that he's asking for no pity and to watch the video all the way through until the end to get my side of the story. All this immediately comes as very commercial, in a sense. Him asking immediately for his viewers to watch all the way through is meant to seem like he wants to get across his side of the story, but rather comes across as a desperate cry for a view count. James then goes on to discuss an incident that happened at Coachella, repeatedly going off track to talk about how much fun he had and how his fans were begging for pictures. He doesn't explain this in depth enough, so I'm just going to discuss it myself. James went to Coachella on his first weekend and had been talking to a guy 5 months prior to the meetup. They got into an argument while James was at Coachella, and so he canceled halfway through and decided to go to the second weekend meetup instead to be quote-unquote boy-free. He had an artist pass in the first run. And so, James went to Coachella on the second weekend, this time with the VIP pass instead of an artist pass. However, when he went in with a few of his friends, there was supposedly a security issue. I can't exactly decipher what James was trying to say here, but supposedly he had to sign a contract to sponsor someone in order to get out of the situation. This is where a friend of James's, Toddy, comes in. They had been friends since about 2017, so Toddy trusted James with everything she had. James's brand deal was to promote a creator named Sugar Bear Hair, who presumably was somebody that Toddy didn't support at the time. This ultimately ended in their friendship breaking off after the incident. After Coachella, James then boarded a flight to San Francisco. Then, about an hour after he'd landed, Toddy had already made several videos on her channel discussing what happened between the two of them, considering their friendship was public and had been ongoing to the vast majority of their audiences for quite some time. Toddy's video absolutely dragged James to the dirt, deserved of course, and that leads us to where we are now with James' response video, No More Lies. How is this all relevant, you may ask? Well, because it all ties back to the core incident with the matter. During mid-2019, James had been having trouble finding a relationship. He claims to have been desperate and hopeless, which obviously is not an excuse for what happened. He came across someone's social media profile online, which I will keep anonymous and refer to as Aaron. His bio stated that he was 16 at the time, and had never shown any interest in a romantic or sexual relationship in any of his videos. Aaron received a message from James shortly after Coachella had ended that read, "Hi, Daddy." Ugh. He responded with, "The makeup artist God, what's up?" They went on to discuss Aaron's plans to travel soon, but all of a sudden, James began to ask Aaron for nude photos. When he declined, saying that he was under 18, James responded with, "It doesn't matter, and I wish we could speed up time so that you were 18. James then proceeded to send Aaron unconsensual nude photos of himself, which I won't be going into detail about for obvious reasons. He kept begging and pressing Aaron to send him some as well, but he kept declining and eventually blocked him. James made a video about this, denying everything that happened, but I really don't think that his point of view of his side of things is even relevant or never mind important. He traumatized and groomed a minor, and that's that. He's a disgusting person who doesn't deserve to have their voice heard, and that's that. Anyways, guys, sorry to cut it short, but that's truly about all as I can handle right now. I plan to make a part 2 of this video discussing the more recent drama that's happened and going more into depth and detail about who he is and what he did. Once again, please don't go out of your way to harass James or any of his victims, even if James truly deserves it. This was only really meant to educate you. I'll see you all in the next one, and thank you guys so much for watching.